right, we're live. We are live. Oh, nice. Brightened up a good bit. That's dope. Can start a poll. Nice. Start a Q&A. That's cool. What is this? Okay. Fred effect. Okay. A notification did not come in then. Live. On and off. Like that, 2 minutes in, no notification. Let's see, highlight saved here. At least 1 minute of video is needed to start a highlight. Okay. This is neat. All right, got one in the building. Let's see, go to the chats maybe. Chat filter, top messages. Oh, sweet. Hello. Hi. Hi. Thank you all for joining me. It's like the notifications came in after about 3 minutes, so that's a good note for me. This is my first time going live, so just to know when the notifications are coming in and I can be a little patient. So glad to have 13 of you all on board, and this is a pleasure. So I want to start off by saying Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Hope y'all had a great day. Hopefully your sons and daughters did good things for you. Blessings to you all. Show enough. Blessings. King Guy, I like. Thank you. Thank you for liking. This is good. I like this experience. I appreciate it. Thank you for liking. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the celebrations. We're live for the first time. This is exciting. Thank you very much for joining me. So we'll go ahead and get started because we started at 8:30 and we'll be in about an hour because I'm on business travel. And, you know, I got to be bright-eyed, bushy-tailed for the company. So here, this is LaFred Effect, where we talk real, we go deep, and we build forward. As you all know, we're building a community here. First time going live. This is not planned. You know, I'm just here off the rip, raw, wanting to talk to you guys. Whatever direction you want to go there, go. Hey there, lovely court. Whatever direction you guys want to go, we'll take it. Of course, I've been uploading videos around mindset. So I definitely want to cater the conversation towards mindset And if there's any questions out there, I'll be happy to answer. Also, I do have some questions prepared, so we won't be left hanging. But I'm really excited to be here. Let's see. I hope you guys have enjoyed those videos. I'm looking forward to the comments because I want to like understand how to like cater the conversation towards the needs of the community. So based off of all the stories that I've been sharing, you know, if you guys can like relate to it, if you guys can tell me what you like about it, what you don't like about it, like this will help direct me, because it's not just about me. Like I've lived a story, but what I want to do is allow this story to impact everyone. It says, what's the best thing I should move to in life? The best thing I should move to. You know, I would say, I mean, that's pretty broad, but I would say what I'm trying to bring to the community is that we should start off with the right, we start building the right mentality. So you should kind of move your mentality or move into the right environment where you can build the right mentality to help project your life in the direction that you want. So that's a good question. I really appreciate it, Kevin Guy. But if you want to be a little bit more specific, I can help tailor the answer to your question. I like your drip. In the video, right? Yeah, the 2 Chainz. I thought I'll, come with the, a little drip here and there. I don't normally wear any jewelry on a daily basis. Maybe if I'm going out, I might wear a little something. I might wear a watch or something like that. I'm a pretty casual guy. But whenever I can, actually I invested about $500 in that wardrobe. I used to wear suits in college, but I gave all the suits to Goodwill. And then I'm like, for LinkedIn, let me go ahead and invest in my wardrobe. LinkedIn, and I'm on LinkedIn. You guys see that link. But this is my first time really getting involved with this YouTube channel. And, it's going well. I'm encouraged. And so I invested in my wardrobe, and I'm glad you guys like it. It says, can you ask everybody to Levy? I want to tell you something private. Okay. LinkedIn, you can, create a LinkedIn account if you don't already have one. You can DM me there. If there's anything private that you want to talk to me about, I'm happy to address anything that I can help with. Move to Florida. Okay, yeah, Florida is beautiful. Yeah, everybody put in the comments where you from. I like to know where you guys are from. But yeah, somebody said move to Florida. I don't know if they're addressing to like where to move. But I'm in Alabama. I'm a resident of Alabama, and I love Alabama. I would say, that's one thing you could do, move to Florida. You wear Nike Tech and Champion. I like Nike. Champion, I don't know. I don't really wear that brand too much. New Jersey, NG, sure enough. I'm in Alabama, Georgia, Bowen. Awesome. Alabama is beautiful. I love the nature. I love the people. It's enough to do. I'm a simple guy. Somebody else is in Alabama. Lovely Court. Okay. Shout out to Alabama. This is awesome. Glad to have you guys here. All right. I'm going to throw out a question. You guys can continue to say where you're from. Ask me any random questions. I'm going to go ahead and throw out a question. Let's see. What does intentional living look like for you? Okay. Can we see your whole house? So this is a hotel that I'm in right now. I'm on business travel for all you don't know. So I have some business to attend to tomorrow. So that's why we're gonna wrap this up at 9:30. So right now this is a hotel. You guys can check it out. Pretty nice hotel that I'm at. Home 2. It's a Home 2 place. It's pretty nice. Yeah. So hopefully that helped. Let's see. So intentional living, right? So, I mean, you guys can take this in different perspectives, right? But essentially, intentional living, I think it needs to start off with a plan. Like you're being intentional about how you're going to live your life. And that can start at any point, right? And like once you understand what you want to get out of life, you can create a plan around it. And first, it starts with a mindset, right, towards whatever plan of actions you want to implement in order to get a result. I think that is important as a framework. Develop the mindset that's going to lead to action that's going to yield the results. And being a part of communities like this, that's intentional living. That's the first part. That's the hard part, right? But eventually, like as I mentioned, like what are people trying to get out of life? They're trying to retire, trying to spend time with family, they're trying to follow their passion, they're trying to like have enough money to give, right? So your mindset, your actions, and your results are going to lead to those like extraordinary things in life, right? But outside of that, that's the hard part. What about those fillers, right? When you're not putting in the work, when you're not eating, when you're not sleeping, what are the fillers that we want to like involve with, because we don't want it to be stale. We don't want just all mentality talk, all action, all results. I mean, like a lot of times I'm that way. People know me to be pretty focused, right? But to fill up, to live intentionally, to fill up your time, what does that look like? So for me, it could be, it's, something spontaneous, something that I didn't plan. It could be walking in nature, right? Alabama has great places to do that. Yes, we are doing a Q&A, so go ahead, Talia Rain, you can throw, that's my little sister. You can go ahead and throw a question out there whenever you want. Nice room, this is a hotel. Yep. So once again, intentional living, like sometimes you got to step outside the ordinary. Oh, girl, tripping these comments. I need a moderator ASAP. Okay. All right. So when you're like creating your frame of like what you want to do and what you want to accomplish, you got to still enjoy. You got to enjoy the journey. That's one thing that I would say has become more important now that I'm in my 30s. Like I've been at it since I was 12. Like I kind of like thought I was a man at that point, doing entrepreneurship type stuff, mowing lawns, selling snacks, candy, and drinks in school and whatnot. Since I was 12 up until like 29, 30, I'm like this. I'm still kind of like that, but now I know to smell the flowers along the way. So I mean, that's part of it. Like we have to enjoy the journey, because ultimately these things that are put on our hearts to do in this world is important, right? But at the end of the day, we're still not going to take any of it with us. It's important for us to live a life that we can be proud of, but we still have to like not be so much about what's next. So of course, once again, I am going to be talking about mindset. It's going to seem like I'm like this because it's important. It's important to build. I got a heart there. I appreciate it. It's going to be important to build that mentality and start yielding, working towards your actions to get those results. I mean, this is hard time. In reality, we're all experiencing some hard times. Most of everybody is in the US, Alabama, it's all New Jersey. So we're experiencing some turbulent times right now. So we have to be focused. But once again, slave streaming, I don't know what that's about. It says, what is the LaFred effect? I'll answer that. But once again, like we have to have a plan, but we also want to enjoy it because we can't take anything with us, and we want to be relatable. We like this. This is like what this community is all about. The LaFred effect. We want to like see if we can be aligned and flow together, build together. I have a particular mission to deliver to the community. Right? Don't entertain her, please. Ignore the comment. Okay. No, I'm good. Like I'm good with 100. I'm good with like what's going on here. Like once again, I said this community is not for everybody. People that are not really going to be like for the community are going to filter out anyways, because I'm gonna be talking about some stuff that might be triggering, right? I'm gonna be talking about some stuff that might be different and foreign to what we imagine our lives to kind of go. Some people just kind of go with life. Some people don't have goals. Some people don't have actions. Some people don't like being held accountable. That's not what we're going to be doing here. Like I'm all about that. And so I'm wanting to ensure that I tell you guys about intentional living for the forefront, because mainly I'm going to be like, hey, what are you working towards? Like, how can I help you get there? Like, this is like a community that's going to be moving forward. We're going to be moving forward together. And, I'm very passionate about helping you guys. Like I live a life of progress, but once again, intentional living, you're going to have to enjoy the journey. You're going to have to find things that you're going to just do randomly just to like continue to have that spark, that fire to continue on. Because when you're on a mission, it can be draining at times, right? Essentially, with the LaFred effect, I've been waking up at 3 a.m. I normally get 8 hours of sleep, so I might be going to sleep 9:30 and waking up 8 hours later. But I've been waking up, you guys, at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., like, because I'm on a mission. Like, destiny is calling my name, and I'm trying to get this content out, right? And I've been able to get enough content out before going live, so you guys kind of know what I'm about. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with intentional living, right? I'm accustomed to getting my 8 hours of sleep, but now it's like there's something on my heart, there's something on my mind. I had a dream, and I need to go ahead and write what I need to write down and get it recorded and get it out to you guys. Like, that's intentional living. It's so many examples of it, but like I'm really seeing it in my life now that I'm in my 30s. I'm like, I do want to, celebrate the small wins. It's not always about, I don't know what that was. A happy face? Yeah, it's happy face. It's not always about those big wins, right? Those hearts. I appreciate it. It's not always about a home run, knocking out the park. It's not always about, whatever that is, whatever that looks like about hitting a home run. It's not always about that. It could be on a smaller scale, right? Stacking up those small wins. So then when you do hit the big home run, you like, man, I know I deserve it. I know I'm good enough. I know I have what it takes. Those little things, celebration. I appreciate y'all. Like, those little things make the difference and make the journey so much work, like so much valuable. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you just strike gold right away, it's going to be like, next time I go at it, I'm gonna strike gold again. That's gonna be the expectation, and that's not reality. Like, we have to like develop the mindset and understand what is really reality, so we can like lean on something. We can like understand if we had to start all over, we can do that. For an example, this is a personal story. You guys know how I like to go into a personal story. And I'm gonna look at the comments for any questions that you guys have. But a personal story of mine is, I thought I had it all figured out, right? In college, I was doing my thing. I met someone. We ended up moving towards something serious, right? A marriage. It was going good, going good. Ultimately, it didn't work out, right? It really did, hurt me. But what I want to say, instead of like the relationship phase, I want to say that along the way, I was building a real estate portfolio, right? Right out of college, I bought a property, right? Right out of college. I had a lot. I can go into details about how to be able to accomplish that. But essentially, I had everything in order to buy a property. I had my first property in June of 2018. I graduated college May of 2018. So anyways, I bought a property close to after graduating college. Then I bought another one. I had to relocate. So I had two. But the divorce led me to having to liquidate. That's the important part. I had to liquidate. I had to start all over, right? So when life happens, it was out of my control. When life happens, you gotta like be able to like understand how you got there, build. Because if it's all wiped away, you gotta start all over. So I was able to start all over, right? So January of 2022, I bought another property. And then about a year or so, later, I bought another property. So now I'm back to two. I haven't had 3 properties in my portfolio before. That's gonna be the next level. I've thought about buying something this year, but of course with interest rates, of course with inflation, it's like, it's becoming more challenging to buy a property. I haven't had 3. Maybe next year I'll have my 3. But the thing is, I built up 2. It was wiped away. I had to start all over, and now I'm back to where I was, if not a little further, because I'm further in my career. I'm older, wiser. You don't lose that information. You just got to continue to build no matter what happens. Some stuff you just cannot control. But if you got the mentality, if you got like the framework of how to get to somewhere, nobody can take that away from you. No matter what happens in life, you can still restart. I appreciate the 100s. Like, you can restart and build. And then you're gonna like get wiser. You're gonna know, hey, this set me back. I might not need to do that. Okay, I need to focus a little bit more on what I'm doing, because if I make the wrong choice, it could set me back. And now we can't control everything, but what we can control, that's what we need to do, right? You have to do the best that you can with the information that you have. All right, I'm gonna look at the comments real quick. How old are you? I'm 31, December 3rd, 1993. People do ask me my age a lot because they're like, oh man, like, I mean, I think when I was younger, I might have looked more mature because the way I carry myself and stuff like that, right? And then probably now, I think I'm caught up in my age, but I think I'm still like, kind of wise. Like I appreciate what I do know, and I'm still learning and growing. Like my dad, he speaks a lot of life into me, and we talk like for hours about business. We have like a lot of that stuff in common, and a lot of other people like, when I'm walking, I say hello to everybody, and if there's anything that's on their heart to talk about, most of the times I can relate to it, and I like to learn new things from different people. But I am pretty focused on what I'm into, in regards to like having a good mentality, being a man of action, getting things done, being intentional, getting results. Like I'm not just in it, like even with this community, like I want to see it grow. I'm not just like, I don't just do stuff just for the heck of it. It's always a purpose behind what I do. Always have a vision. So that's important. When I hear those type of languages from different people, like that's my people, and I'm like, we can do this together. That's what it's all about for me. I have a lot of ambitions. I have a lot of goals, and I have something for this community. So I'm looking forward to you guys and like really interacting with you guys and knowing how I can help you guys, knowing what type of content you guys are looking for. I do have a framework. Once again, it's going to be mindset, actions, and then how we get results. And essentially, that's what life is about. It could be, in regards to relationships. You're very wise for your age. Thank you, lovely Court. It could be about relationships. It could be about your career. It could be about, building a real estate portfolio, building your stock portfolio. How do you value success? So, good question. So, I listed all things that are important to me because, really what's in your heart, what's in your mind is going to come out. Like I'm listing off stuff that's really important to me. I'm not just I don't talk about stuff that I don't know. I want you guys to know that. And if I don't know something, I'll follow up with you. So don't hesitate to ask me whatever you would like to ask me. But if I don't know, I'm not going to fluff. Like this is a no fluff thing. Like once again, this is real talk, and we're going to go deep. And we're going to build forward, and we're only going to be able to do that by me being real with you guys about what I know and what I can help with. All right, so your question, Talia Rain, about how do you value success? Success looks different for everybody, right? Some people coming up just didn't know about me. They thought I was all about money. I might be a money man, but the thing is, I have to understand money buys freedom in order for you to be able to do the things you want when you want, to be your own boss. And that doesn't mean being your own, working for someone doesn't mean you're not your own boss. You control your time. Literally, you can be wherever you want, whenever you want. Like there's nobody really holding you accountable unless you're in your parents' house. But if you're 18 above, like literally, you can do whatever you want. Once you make your family proud, they're off your back. This is the Fred effect. That's right. Like once, like literally, my family are proud. And it's just like, now it's on me to make myself proud. Really, like, what do I want to do in this world with my time? Like, literally at this point, it's kind of like, what am I going to do to make me feel fulfilled? What am I going to do to where I can look back on the year and say, well done. You did a good job. Like, I want to do that for myself. And I know the standards that I set for myself, I know people are going to be proud of me because I've already been doing it. Like you already know what people are going to expect from you, over time. All right. So once again, everybody's perspective is going to be different on what success looks like. For me, once again, it's going to be, do I have time to spend with my family? Right. I have a baby girl. She'll be 4 on the 22nd. And our time together is very important, having quality time with her, getting to see my sister, my brothers, my moms, like that's important to me. That's a sign of success that I have time to be able to do that. All right. So time is very valuable to me. Money helps. Like when I have money, I might invest it into real estate. I will invest it into real estate. I have invested in real estate. I love investing in real estate because eventually when I'm investing in real estate, my tenant is in there, right? My tenant is going to pay down the mortgage. That's the liability. The property is the asset. The property allows me to make it available for somebody else to pay rent to me, right? And eventually it'll be cash flowing greatly, right? And I want to have that property, allow the cash flow to increase, so then it can buy me time to be able to do other things that I want to do in life, right? That's an asset that allow me to do what I want to do in life. What I want to do in life is a level of success, right? So I'm excited to learn like what you guys consider success as, right? I know it's going to be around time with your family, with your loved ones, building a legacy, being able to do the things that you want to do when you want to do, to be able to travel, to be able to buy certain things, like when you can afford, things like that's nice, you know what I'm saying? If it's not, setting you back, that's a level of success, right? I wasn't always buying $200 pair of shoes. I don't have the best looking shoes on right now because like I've worn them for like 2 years and whatnot. But what are they called? They're like, it's not always about shoes and stuff, but literally I was not buying shoes. Like I got some Nike shoes on, whatever. I'm not gonna show these. They're not the best ones. But anyways, like structure. Okay. Like, so essentially, when you buy certain things, when you wait to buy certain things at the right time, you will be able to like feel a level of success. Like I wasn't able to do this before. Now you're able to do something. That's a level of success. All right. Let's go with another question. And you guys are able to like leave any questions that you want. How do you lead others without losing yourself? This is a good question because the thing is, I don't really lose myself. Like I've joined several communities before. And when I got into the community, they had their own probably unwritten rules. But the thing is, I came in there and I was myself. I might not have lasted long in the community because, I'm not for everyone. Like I'm a person, I'm human, you know what I'm saying? But I'm different. I've always been different. You know what I'm saying? So as far as losing myself when leading people, that doesn't really happen. I don't recommend anybody lose themselves while leading people. You might have to adjust, but there's a scripture about not being of this world, not conforming. Like I'm not going to just conform to people because people change their mind all the time. You know what I'm saying? People are like leading, like going like towards different trends. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the media puts in front of them, that's never been me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You guys might think that this shirt is like for a 40-year-old or whatever. Like I like this shirt. I have to go, but I'll be back in a minute or so. All right. Thank you, Gloria. You guys might think, this is my style, but you might think that this is like a 40-year-old. You don't see probably 30-year-olds or 20-year-olds wearing something like this. You know what I'm saying? But I like what I like. I'm going to be myself no matter what. No matter what environment I'm in, I might adjust, but I'm going to be myself. So leading people and not losing myself is easy. It's never been hard. I've lived in 7, 8 different states. Literally, I went to 3 different high schools in 3 different states. Started off in Florida, then went to Georgia, then went to Columbus, Ohio before I found myself in Tuskegee, Alabama, attending Tuskegee University. So I've had to adjust, but I didn't lose myself. I was still in sports. I was still focused on my grades. I went to 3 different high schools in 3 different states and still maintained a high GPA, 3.93. I mentioned that in the last video. I was still able to focus on what I wanted to accomplish and was able to graduate and then attend a university. So that's a prime example. Like I don't lose myself. I stay focused on my goals. I don't recommend anybody change for anybody really. When I do change, it's like I determine that it's necessary to change. I have to see the benefit of the changes because I'm always headed in the right direction. If I'm not, like I'm redirected. And it's because of the mentality. The mentality will like be a light unto your path. Like when you continue to like consume good stuff, it'll get in you and then help lead you and guide you in whatever that you're doing. So I keep the same mentality because I know it's good. And when I like hear good stuff, I want more of it. When I see good people, I'm gonna hang around good people. There's been good people everywhere I go. So it wasn't until probably like early this year, last year, that I said, Alabama is my favorite place because it's just been good people everywhere I go. I've lived in Texas, I lived in Ohio, I lived in Florida, I've lived in Georgia, I've lived in California, I've lived in Illinois, I've lived in New Hampshire. I've been a lot of different places, whether it's my mom moved us around up until I was 18 or whether I have job opportunities in different places. I moved around, and it wasn't until last year that I claimed Alabama. I'm an Alabamian. I'm a resident. I got all my properties in Alabama. I love Alabama. Alabama folks are awesome. But there's always good people everywhere I go because of the mentality. Your mentality is really your reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, however you think, it's going to be attracted to you. Another thing about that is law of attraction. I was like really big on that in college. Like, you really do attract things that you're into. Whatever, like, it don't matter if like you're talking it, you're thinking it, or it's in your heart, it's gonna be attracted to you. That's important. That's important to understand when building a mentality, a new mentality. What do you want to come towards you? Okay, start thinking about those things. Start working towards those things. Thank you for coming back, Gloria. Okay, I have another question from Talia. Talia asking all the questions, you guys. I appreciate it. What about time management? That's a great question. Okay, now in college, that's when everybody who's attending college, I think that was the time where a lot of people started thinking about time management. It wasn't really in high school, right? From baby to 18, nobody learned the time management. I mean, if you went to like a top high school, maybe you was talking about time management. But I don't think I was thinking about time management, you know. But it's like in college, I'm going to resonate with that through college. It was like I didn't have to go to classes. Nobody made me go. You know, after 18, you can do what you want. But I realized I have to like manage my time well. Actually, I could not do everything I did in high school. I couldn't, as many activities as I did in high school, I could not do that in college. Like I tried to be involved with all the community activities, all the extracurricular activities, and go to classes like entrepreneurship. Then my grades suffered. Like I didn't have such a high GPA in college as I did in high school because my time management really wasn't the same. Time management is very important. So when you have a structure, right? In college, your structure was your classes. You just had to make all your classes, right? And then you fill in different places, when to study, when to go eat, when to sleep, right? You got to start with a structure. You got to have that frame, even like a house. You got to have that frame. Start with something. So, okay, we're ending at 9:30, so we're getting close to time. I appreciate all the questions. So now that I'm, postgraduate, mid-career, how do I manage time? Okay, I go to work. I'm expected to be there at 8. I work from like 8 to 5. I might get there early, but I already know that time block is taken up, usually Monday through Friday. Okay, now what am I doing after work? It's really not enough time in a day nowadays, right? After work, I only do like one activity, whether I'm going to the gym. A way that I can save time is pack my clothes before the gym. But I actually like to go home. Live close to work is important for me, so I can go home real quick, do what I gotta do. I might do yoga, I might work out, I might go walking, right? That's gonna be like an hour or two, right? Going to the location, doing your thing, going back home, that's an hour or two taken up, right? Then you gotta eat. You already know y'all schedule how you do it. I'm just telling you how I think about managing time. So I'm at work 8, 9 hours, 10 hours. Then I got an activity, a hobby, 1 or 2 hours. Then I'm washing up and eating, right? 90 minutes. Now it's time to go to bed. That's literally Monday through Friday, and that's okay. It's a routine. That's okay. You have to do what you got to do for X amount of years to get to the place where you can do what you want to do. That's time management, right? Like, there's going to be times to fill. I mentioned I turn the radio off when I'm driving because that allows me to think. I might be able to catch up with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be times where you got to multitask in a way. I don't really believe in multitasking too much, but it's kind of required because it seems like time is just going by extra fast nowadays. But you got to have that structure. You got to have that frame, and then you fill in different things like that. But literally, you gotta be able to choose early on what you really want to do with your time. Because, and I'm talking about career right here. I'm talking about the type of work that you do. Because literally, it's gonna take at least 40 hours of your week, at least. I mean, you're gonna be thinking about work too, and that's gonna work in your favor or against you. But either way, you wanna like pick something that you enjoy, that you're passionate about, that makes you money, that affords your lifestyle. You may have to decrease your lifestyle in order to be able to do that type of work and, you know, be able to have all your needs met. This is a lot of information all at once, but we're there. Time management. There's only so much you can control with that. It's just going to be based off the choices that you make about how you want to spend your time. You got to prioritize paying bills, right? So you need a job that covers that, right? But understand Monday through Friday is pretty much tied up. Your Saturdays and Sunday, some people work on Saturday and Sunday. Mine is available. Saturday and Sunday, what is important to me? Every other weekend, it's my little girl's time. It's her time. That's her weekend. And after that, I might have a me weekend. It might be, you know, with somebody that I really care about, spending time with them. It might be traveling, right? I think that really like nails it on the head as far as time management. Like, you just got to have a frame and then think about what you really want to accomplish that might be outside of your work and stuff like that, and put it in there. Like, nobody can really tell you how to do that. Just know if it's important to you, you're going to make time for it. We do what's important to us, without a doubt. You're going to find a way to get it done. And if you like really need to get it done, another strategy, like you want to really know how I can get what I need to get done, that's so important. You don't have to do it all at once. Do bit by bit by bit, maybe 15 minutes here on one day, 15 minutes here another day. At some point, if this is like something that you might not be that passionate about, that you need to do, at some point, as you bit by bit by bit, at some point you're going to get that energy to be like, let me go ahead and get it knocked out. You don't put in 15 minutes here, 15 minutes on Tuesday, 15 minutes on Wednesday, 15 minutes on Thursday. Friday, you like, dang, I really don't want this on my plate for the weekend. Let me go ahead and get it knocked out. And you only got probably an hour left of this, 2-hour task. You know what I'm saying? It could be reading a book that, you don't really care to read. 1 page a day. You'll get there. It could be washing clothes. You might want to go ahead and wash those clothes from start to finish. I mean, It could be, an assignment. You got to write a paper. You could be writing a 300-word paper, 1 sentence at a time. Let me look at the comments. Your top 5 morals. Good question. All right, my top 5 morals. I am a man of principles. I'm a man of morals. I think integrity is like a top one. It's been plenty of times where I had the option to have like high integrity. It could be I might have forgot the water at the bottom there, and I'm paid for everything else, but I didn't pay for the water. I'm gonna go back in there and pay for the water. It's really not that serious. Like my morals is not just for the people around me, it's for me. Like, it's a slippery slope if you do something wrong and you know it, like on your conscience. Okay, another thing that just came to mind. Parking. Paying for parking. Sometimes you might, you might be able to get away with not paying for parking. But literally, it's going to be on my mind, like how my car is doing, or if I'm like trying to get away with something, like I gotta like do the right thing. Integrity is important. That's the top moral of mine. Okay, what's another top moral? Treating people good. I like to be treated good. So when they talk about treat people how you want to be treated, I want to be treated good. So I'm gonna treat people good. A lot of times I might be perceived wrong, but everybody gonna be like he had good intentions, because I'm very direct, I'm very straightforward. But they're gonna be like, you know what, he cares about me. He wouldn't be having this conversation with me if he didn't care about me. When they really take the time to reflect, they're gonna be like, he's treating me really good. He's treating me how he wants to be treated. I do want to be corrected. I do want to be like going down the right path. People think when I talk, they don't think I'm really like a good listener. I've heard this before. I don't think people really say these things about me now because they've like been around me enough. I've been on this earth for 31 years, so they've known like what they were saying was wrong. But the thing is, let's say if they feel like I'm not, they like treating people how they want to be treated or treating people good. If they feel like I'm not listening or I'm just talking a lot, they eventually will understand that they're kind of just being defensive. If they think about what I'm saying, I might be direct, I might be straightforward, and press their buttons, bust their bubble. Like I'm saying this is real. If they think about it, if they take some time to think about what I'm saying, it's gonna be spot on. And really in this world, people, they're like being soft in a way. They're not telling you what it really is, which is why people go in circles. But if you got a person like me, like really speaking into your life and directing you, you're going to be able to get things done. And if you want to really get things done, some people just want to talk. Some people just want somebody to listen to them. And I've had to understand that. That's important for people too. I like to be listened to. I appreciate the hearts. I think I'm touching on a good spot here. All right. People like to be listened to. Okay. So that's important to me. Treating people how I want to be treated. I'm gonna treat them good. Treating them good means that they might want to be listened to. Treating them good might mean that they want some help with something. I'm all about solutions. I'm learning to listen more, but I'm really all about solutions. You come to me and you say, hey, this is where I'm trying to go. I'm going to help you get there. I prefer that way better. You know, there's going to be counselors in your life that's going to be able to listen. But me, I'm that type of guy that said, okay, you ready to work? Let's get to work. Okay. But once again, integrity, treating people right, treating people how I want to be treated. I want to be treated good. Customer service is very important to me. So I'm going to give good customer service as well. All right. I might not be able to get to 5 because that's a good one. I wish you would have said 3, Talia. But let me think of another one. This is off the top of my dome, you guys. Integrity, treating people right. Okay, treating people right and doing the right thing, because I said the parking thing. That's 3 right there. Let me get 2 more. Bad internet is getting to me. Is your bad internet or my bad internet? I think everybody good. Well, okay. All right. I hope your internet gets better. All right. Let me see. 2 more. Talia's laughing. All right. Okay. A good moral. Having good character. Okay. Now, breaking characters down, like it's so many different characteristics, but having a good character, having enthusiasm, that goes to like being in a position where you can do what you want. You choosing. We literally chose. Like nobody said you had to do this, had to do that. Your internet is great for a hotel. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that feedback, lovely court. All right. So like literally we choose. We came in this life and we said, this is what I'm going to decide to do. Like nobody forced us to do anything, right? So when we reposition ourselves, we can start all over, just like I started all over, right? Start all over with a job. I started over with a job so many times. I worked for like 5, 6 different companies. Like I'm used to starting all over. We can start all over. We can pivot, right? So, okay. When we choose what we want to do, I love Publix. I love Chick-fil-A because they're like a good example of being enthusiastic about what you're doing, providing good customer service. When you choose what you want to do to make money, how you want to spend your time, you got to do it with some good energy. Like when I'm doing this right here, like I love this. I love talking to people. I love encouraging people. When you do it, you got to show your love. And then people are going to be attracted to you. When you choose what you want to do, you're going to have better results. You're going to be able to show up better for people. People need you how you are. People need you to show what's inside of you. We're constantly growing and building, but what's inside, the good things, we got to bring that. Great insight. Awesome. Thank you. We got to bring that to the world. We are important. We're all a piece of the pie. We make up this world. The greatest asset in this world is people. We have a beautiful world to live in. Nature, everything is beautiful. The buildings that, that we create, we're great people. Like, we're a great asset. Um, but like, characteristics is very important. And it's really about the decisions that we make that helps us show up right. I build good character through reading books. I build good character through surrounding myself with people that are above me or whatever, something that they can share with me. People that I respect, because that's when I really get my ears open. And it could, what I'm saying, it could be different things that I respect about them. It could be, just the way that they present themselves. It could be their career. It could be what they accomplish in life, how they show up for their family. So it's a lot of different type of people that I'll give my ear to. I don't give my ear to everybody. I'm gonna be honest. Like, this is real talk. I don't give my ear to everybody. What I'm saying? So characteristics, having the right characteristics is important. I can go into further details about, that, but I want another question. I might not have got 5 because that's a tough one, Talia, but I think I provided a good amount there. I'm gonna come up with another question. We're coming down to the last 15 minutes, you guys. I've really enjoyed this. Like, I think I saw about 11 people or 13 at first, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really appreciate this engagement. I really appreciate the comments. I really appreciate the questions. I really appreciate the reactions, the hearts, the celebrations, the smiles. Like, I don't know, I might have saw some tears or something like that somebody sent out. But this is really a pleasure for me. Like, you guys don't even understand. Like, I really appreciate it. Like, I really want to build this community to where we can engage and communicate and help each other grow, like, move forward. And this is like just the beginning, and it's been like really good results. And how did it start? You have a mindset. It forms a image in your mind. You imagine, and you start putting actions towards your thoughts. You start working towards it, putting those content out there, you know what I'm saying? And then the results come. This is my first time going live. I didn't even know I was going to go live this morning. It was literally like 2 or 3 hours ago that I was like, I'm going to go live today. I want to like tap in with you guys and see what you're thinking about the content, what questions you have, to be able to see me, the real me off the rip. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking. I have no script. It's just like this, right? And this is good. I like where it's going. Talia says, how do you create a strong foundation to build on? It's the mentality. Like, literally, I'm going to like drive this home. How do you create a good foundation to build on? It starts in the mind. They say, though, I've heard this. You might be able to look it up and find it and be able to quote it better than me. But they said changing a mind, like trying to change somebody's mind, is harder than building an Egypt pyramid. That's how hard it is to change a mind. Like, change a mind. Like, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to give you guys what I got. I love it. I love sharing. But changing your mentality is going to be up to you. It's up to you. Let's see, we got another question. Thank you, Lovely Court. It says, could you please share some tips on how to prevent distractions? Great question. Yes. Okay. Strong foundation. It starts in the mind, right? And you keep building on it. You're going to continue to learn and build. And then how do you not get distracted as you're building? It's going to be about your environment that you put yourselves in. Is it conducive to where you're going? How are the people talking around you? Are they like encouraging you? Like, I don't be around people that's going to talk down on me. That's going to distract me. It's going to like get in my head. I don't let people really get in my head. I got thick skin, but I'm just saying, if you're in an environment that's just consistently negative, it's going to impact you some way, somehow, right? So that could be a distraction towards your goals. It could like start hitting at your foundation, and then next thing you know, everything you build on top of it is going to like tip over because you're distracted by your environment. How do you avoid being distracted by your environment? You got to choose who you want to hang around. You got to choose the right people. It don't take that many people in your circle. You can have one good person, right? You have 2 good people. It really don't take that many people. But you're going to like continue to meet. You're going to put yourself out there. You're going to continue to meet people. You're going to be attracted. As you change your mind, as you change your heart, as you change how you talk, for the better, people are going to be attracted to you, the right people. So then that helps you build a better environment by letting them in, putting yourself out there, saying hello, striking that conversation, right? Being a part of this community. These are going to like, look, everybody sees what people are asking about. The people that are asking the right questions, that means that's on their mind to ask. You can be like, I should learn more about this person. We're in the same community. We're asking questions. Like, we're looking to grow. Like, this is what I'm excited about. You guys are connected to me. I'm a winner. I mentioned that. I don't like shy away from saying who I am and what I do, because what else would want to do? I want to win. And I'm confident I'll continue to win no matter what happens. No matter if I lose a job, no matter if I lose a marriage, like, I'm going to continue to win. I'm going to continue to build. I'm going to continue to move forward, right? So once again, I want to encourage you guys to communicate together. I want you guys, you don't just have to talk to me. I want you to talk to each other. I want you guys to build each other up, encourage one another, right? So we can avoid those negative distractions that's in our regular life, okay? That's one way. It's going to be many other ways to prevent distractions. It's going to be listening to the affirmations. I put up one. I love affirmations, the I am affirmations. Check that out. It's going to be about reading good books to prevent negative distractions. You got to like really go after good material and be a part of communities like this. Be engaged. I love that question, lovely Court. Talia said, before you close out, what is your favorite motivation quote? Okay, off the top of my head, hard work pays off. You know what I'm saying? That's the top one. I mean, I was a football player. Football was my favorite sport. I did everything for football: swimming, track, wrestling, weightlifting, all to get better at football. And literally, as you work, you do that work. I was the one outside of practice running with a parachute, jumping on stuff, just like doing extra footwork and stuff like that to get better at what I do, practicing my craft to get better at what I do. And I believe hard work does pay off, right? Hard work is changing that mindset. We are in a negative culture. I'm gonna be honest. It is negative society. I don't watch the news. I don't know if I put that out there, but I said I don't really watch TV throughout the week. I mentioned that either on LinkedIn or in the videos. I don't watch TV throughout the week. Not that watching TV is negative. It's a beautiful invention, and watching different videos could be inspiring. But the thing is, when I'm in the zone throughout the week, TV is going to be like a distraction for me. Going back to how we prevent distractions, we might just eliminate it altogether. Eliminate that distraction. TV can be a distraction. Eliminate it. I don't have Instagram. Nothing wrong with Instagram. You could be getting a lot of positive stuff, but it might be, since I'm not on, it could be stuff that I'm looking at from a previously, and my mindset has already shifted from there. So I go ahead and delete Instagram. I don't be on there long at all because it's just not where I'm at now. It could be the same thing about Facebook, limiting your time on Facebook. I do have my Facebook active, but sometimes I just go ahead and delete it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've spent a lot of time on LinkedIn. It's been very positive. And so I decided to give more time to it. I haven't been like a big social media guy. Like, I'm really getting into this. You guys haven't really heard about me because I really be living my life. You're too busy to watch TV. Absolutely. My TV watches me majority of the time. And you're picking up that stuff. You're listening. It's watching you, but you also in tune with it unconsciously or consciously. You know what I'm saying? But if you got some good positive music playing in the background, or some good positive movie or show, it's going to continue to fill your spirit, fill your who you want, how you want to show up in the world. Like, whatever, we're like literally soaking in stuff from our surroundings, and it's getting internal into us. Like, literally, when we go out into the world, whatever chemicals like are in the world, true, whatever's around us, whatever's in the air is getting through our pores inside of our system. Whatever we're eating is exposed to the environment, eventually gets in us. Everything around us is going to find its way in us. This is what I'm trying to say. And we can be as philosophical as we want about it, but I'm just saying you're being affected by your environment. I did lose my train of thought on where I was prior to talking about that, but that's what it's all about. Whatever's on my heart, I'm gonna share with you guys, and we're gonna like be able to talk. One day, I'm sure we'll be able to like maybe an interview, or maybe somebody want to come off a mute. I don't know how we're gonna set that up, but eventually I'm gonna hear people talk. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be even more engaging. But right now we're doing pretty good. I got a question here. It says, what mindset shift would change your life right now? I like this question because I'm on the right track, but it says, what mindset shift would change your life right now? For me, like, this is like one of the best time of my life. So like answering this question is hard, but a mindset is getting cold in here. I don't know if you guys like hear my like voice shaking. It's kind of getting cold in here. But what mindset shift would change my life right now? Okay. I would say I wasn't really a social media guy, and now I'm becoming more open to being out here in the world. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it's a tool called ChatGPT that I've been utilizing that allows me to like polish myself to where I'm presenting myself in the best way possible. That's why I believe I was so cautious about social media, because I really like, I know I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect, but I literally want to give my best to people. And I don't think I had the right tools to be able to do that on social media. I just like, people to meet me in person. You know what I'm saying? Because since I'm so straightforward, since I'm so honest, transparent, like, I don't think anybody would really misunderstand me unless they really wasn't trying to hear me. Like, I'm going to be straightforward with people. And that's a gift of mine, I believe. Like, being able to be straightforward and honest with people, I think that allows me to be able to show up with who I really want to be in this world. How I want to be, how I want to go out, how I want to be known. I'm able to do that face to face very well. Now ChatGPT came out and it allows me to say like what I want to say. Like, everything I just said now, I put it in ChatGPT, it's gonna polish it and enhance it, and it'll be a whole book. I'm like, that's a powerful tool. So that allowed me to be able to engage in social media more on LinkedIn, like within the last 3 months. I want you guys to create a LinkedIn if you don't have one. Follow me and you'll be able to see I post daily, if not multiple times a day. And it's like whatever's on my heart and my mind, I talk about, and how I want to impact people, I'll put that out there. And the tool has allowed me to do that on a consistent basis. But what's shifted is my exposure to more time invested in social media. And I think this is a great shift. I think, me being open and honest to the world is a great thing for me. And I'm excited about how it's going to grow. So I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on YouTube. I keep a small circle on Facebook. A lot of guys I went to college with, family members and whatnot. I only got 185 friends. I used to have Facebook that had 2,000, 3,000, but I deactivated it, and I don't just accept anybody. But I will accept everybody on YouTube. I'll accept everybody on LinkedIn. You know what I'm saying? And whoever don't want to be a part of the organization, they will, they'll find their way out. Like, it's just not for everybody. We're coming close to an end. So I'm definitely gonna wrap it up if we don't have any more final questions. I really appreciate how this turned out. Hope everyone had a great day. I hope it was a great Mother's Day. I hope you guys have a great week. How often am I gonna do this live? I don't know yet. As far as how often I'm posting content, it might be every other day. I'm gonna really try to get this stuff out there, and I'm very organized and a straightforward person. I'm always, but I'm letting this thing kind of grow and do its thing and shape and form and see how it matches up with what I got going on. It is important for you to prioritize your time, and that I'm gonna be able to do the best I can with getting the content out. I actually hired a VA. I hired a virtual assistant that's gonna edit. So my last video was edited by her, and the thing is, when I was putting the videos and stuff like that, it took me like 5-6 hours, and then I think she did it in like 3 hours, and she added the subtitles and stuff. So she's really enhanced it. So we're like, you know, doing better and optimizing time management by me delegating that work off to a VA. So more to come with that. I'm excited, and it'll probably allow me to be able to post every other day, if not, you know, once a day. And then as far as this live, you know, maybe once a week. I'm gonna let you guys know at least an hour ahead of time that we're going live, and I'm looking forward to you guys showing up. And then, you know, as it becomes more clear, I'm gonna make sure it's all outlined. But let's go ahead and wrap it up. This is the LaFred Effect, right? Where we have real talk, we go deep, and we build forward. Until the next time, stay focused, stay grounded, and above all, stay real. Peace.